We have such quality local entertainment here, and a production company from the Cleveland area is here to tell us about their latest play that's going to be in McDonald, Tennessee. Learning about Good Soil Theater Company, we have Ridenour here, as well as Maggie Possinger here to give us all the latest details. Thank y'all for making the time to be here this morning.
Thanks for having us.
So Good Soil Theater Company, you guys had just wrapped up some performances. I want to say, was it last month or a month before of
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes. I knew it was Shakespeare and I was trying to remember. I was like, it's slipping my mind. But amazing performance. So many local talent that was involved in that. I know Jake Cash from the Chattanooga Zoo was a part of it. He was super excited to join us and give some details. But this latest production and show that you guys have going on, tell me what it's called and kind of what the idea of it is.
Yeah, so our new production is called The Grown-Ups, and it's a bit scaled down from Midsummer, so there's only 5 people in the cast.
Gotcha.
So it's super intimate and really fun, and it follows a group of summer camp counselors, and we're trying to shape the campers and the leaders of tomorrow, and we're also grappling with what it means to grow up and what traditions are and the traditions that make us and the ones that maybe we have to change.
Sure, so it's kind of like a coming of age sort of play.
For sure.
It's something that I think everybody can relate to. I'm sure the teenagers are going to love because they're like, oh, this is pulling at my heartstrings. But then also the people that we've gone through those times, everybody knows, and I think it's kind of nostalgic in a way too. So I love that you were able to touch on that. You said that only about 5 people are in the cast?
Yeah.
So tell me kind of who all was involved, what kind of went through that selection process, I guess, just overall.
Yeah, so I found out about the auditions. Well, my friend Emma Witz, she's the founder and creator of Good Soil Theater Company.
Yeah.
And so I remember when I went to go see A Midsummer Night's Dream, she made the announcement to the public, oh, this is our next show. It's called The Grown-Ups. And she was kind of explaining a little bit about it. She was like, the genre is kind of thriller-esque in a way. And you know, her like standing up on stage announcing it to everybody, I'm like sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, this sounds so good.
Yes.
And so she also had announced like, you know, we're going to be having auditions coming up soon, so people in the Cleveland and Chattanooga area come out and audition, and I was like, okay, I totally got to audition for this one.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's kind of how I heard about it. I don't know how you did.
Yeah, so actually the director, Laura Harris Hicks, contacted me. I just recently moved to the Cleveland area, so she was like, hey. Yeah, and so I auditioned, sent in a video audition, and here I am.
So neat. So tell me a little bit about each of y'all's roles. I know we don't have a bunch of time to get into all the details, but just a little bit to preview for the audience this morning.
Yeah, so my character is Cassie, and she is actually the newest camp counselor there. So she's a bit different from the other ones because everyone else has grown up going to camp, and they've subsequently worked there for so many years.
Gotcha.
And she hasn't. She doesn't have that same story.
Gotcha.
So she's kind of, she has a lot to prove.
Kind of like got outsider looking in sort of thing and trying to prove that that's hard. And like the summer camps too, they get cliquey. I mean, people, we've grown up together, and then bringing in that's the
new one.
That's a really fun role. Tell me more about yours.
My character's name is Maeve, and she's one of the ones who's been there since the start. She grew up going to that camp, so she's a camper, and then she turned into a counselor and has been doing it for years and absolutely loves it. And she's like the most popular camp counselor there. You know, all the kids love her, all the counselors love her, and so whenever her character Cassie comes in, Maeve's kind of like, I don't really know what to make of her.
Yeah.
Like
she's coming on my turf.
Yeah.
So that is so fun. But I love that because it is a lot of these themes that we all grow up with and we all experience. And so I love that you're able to incorporate that. Obviously, people I'm sure love the Shakespeare plays as well, but having a kind of more modern play, I think is also a really great rendition and way for people to appreciate the arts, appreciate you guys. So as we're wrapping things up this morning, remind me where this is going to be held at and what you guys just want our audiences to know before they head out there.
Yeah, so this is going to be at Gentry Homestead in McDonald, Tennessee. We actually haven't been on site yet. Tonight's our first night. We get to actually see the location. We've seen videos, but it's this gorgeous homestead, and so everyone who's there is going to be totally immersed in this show because it takes place around a campfire. You know, so it's all outdoors, and so you really are part of the show while you're watching it as well. So it's going to be in McDonald, Tennessee, and I just hope people get out of it, you know, they fully understand like what all goes into change and how change can be hard, but how change is so needed.
Sure. That's a great theme. I think that's something that all of us need. Obviously, change is hard, but it makes or breaks a lot of us, and I think it really is incredible and a great season of growth, especially with our kids heading back to school. I think it's going to be really inspiring, and I just appreciate you guys making the time to be here this morning to tell us more about it. Remind me where we can get the latest information from you guys, whether that's a website, social media page, all of that.
Yeah, you can purchase tickets at goodsoiltheaterco.com, and all shows are at 8 p.m. and they'll be this weekend, August 14th to the 17th.
Awesome. Well, Maggie and Rachel, thank you guys so much for making the time to be here this morning. For the latest information, go check them out online. Good soiltheatercompany.com for the latest information. Stay with us. You're watching News 12 this morning. This is The Place.